Hello everyone, welcome to Hippie Mágica, the channel of self-love, magic, and manifestation. So, it's been a long time since I've done a YouTube video for you guys. So a lot of things have changed in my life. Foremost, I have moved to Mexico from Spain after living in Spain for almost 4 years. And today I'm going to talk about why I moved to Mexico and why I'm living in a tree house. Let me show you a little bit of my gorgeous view. So this is where I wake up, where I live. I live in a tree house. I live inside there. That's all my art stuff, very disorganized. And that's this right here. That's a mango tree. So I get to eat mangoes every day, which was one of my dreams, this lifestyle, my next dream life. So how did I end up here? So long story short, if you guys haven't watched any of my videos or you guys don't know my story, I moved to the USA. I moved to the USA at the age of 10 from Mexico. And my dream was to always go back to Mexico. My dream was to go back to my friends in Mexico, live in my hometown, Mexico, in San Luis Potosí. And then that dream never came to realization. I lived in Kansas for 20 years, 20 freaking years. And I was the most miserable person in the world. I got my master's degree in architecture. I got a corporate job after school. I was like the perfect daughter. I was a perfect daughter for my parents. I lived their dream. They lived their dream through me. And I was like lifeless. I was empty. I was a zombie because I didn't do anything that I didn't do anything that I loved. I tried to do some things very minimal. Like I did work out. I worked out a ton. I drew very little. But besides that, it was all for my family, for my parents. They came to the USA for me, for my siblings. So the best I could do was give them my education, right? Do my best in my career for them. So when I felt into a deep depression, and then I just felt lifeless and I felt like suicidal almost. It's like, why am I living if life sucks? If I'm not happy, if I'm miserable, if I feel alone, if I feel angry, I just felt toxic in my body. So of course, I attracted toxic relationships, toxic work, toxic everything. And I was living this toxic corporate job where I was, yeah, the work girls were super mean to me, bullies, toxic competition, toxic everything. So in 2018 is when I started my self-love journey. I started manifesting again. And then I hired my first life coach that year, like randomly. I wasn't looking for her. She just popped into my life. I got my sacred geometry certification. At least I started it. Like all this magic started to happen when I decided to focus on me, right? I became very selfish for the first time in my life. I started to think of me. What do I want? What do I like? I started to do more of the things that I like. And then in 2019, I left USA. I bought a one-way ticket to Norway and I lived the hitchhike life. So I rode a ton of strangers' cars. I slept at strangers' extra sofa, extra bedroom. They gave me food. I only had $1,000 in my bank account. So I lived like this for like 3 months. Then my visa expired and I had to go back to the USA. I bought a van with the only $1,000 I gained from working digitally. I spent it in this van that was exactly $1,000, another manifestation story. And I traveled for 3 months, Nevada, New Mexico, Arizona, Baja California, Baja California and California. And then the guy that I was dating back then, he invited me back to Spain, to Barcelona. But my dream was to always kind of go back to Mexico, right? Even after 20 years. So I accepted my ex-partner's invitation to go back to Barcelona and visit him for 3 months. And that's when the COVID hit, like 3 weeks before I was gonna leave, or 2 weeks before the COVID hit. I got stuck in Barcelona and I lived there for like 1 year, and then that's when he said, why don't you just stay? Why don't you just get your residency? And I said, yes. I never thought about it. I never thought about moving to Europe. I never thought about living this lifestyle. And it was a literally gift from the universe. And I stayed in Spain for almost 4 years. I lived in many places in Europe, Greece, France, and I traveled around most of Europe, mostly the southern. And I really thought Spain was gonna be my home. I'm like, it feels like Mexico. They speak my language. We have similar cultural things, with Mexico. I'm like, this is it. It's not third world country. It's a first world country. It's safe. It's peaceful. I'm free. Women freedom are the top priority in Europe. I'm like, this is it. This is my home. This is where I'm meant to be. And I did feel a lot of peace, a lot of relaxation, a lot of safety, like 100% safety, 100% peace, 100% relaxation, 100%, just enjoying life. But I have to be honest, I was not happy. I was not happy, which is different than feeling peaceful, right? And feeling relaxed and feeling safe. Like they're just different feelings, different emotions. But I was not happy. But it's okay because I felt all the other feelings that I never felt before, which is peace, relaxation, safety, self-expression. I could express myself, right? Because women are safe in Europe. Then the last 6 months, obviously part of me always wanted to go back to Mexico, but because I had these traumas from America, from USA, that Mexicans are shit, Mexicans are worthless, like it's like Black people, Mexicans, Asians, and white, right? It's like somewhere in my brain, I connected the dots that just Mexico is not good to be in. It's not good to be. It's not good to live in, right? Mexico is like the lowest of the lowest, right? So somehow I kept myself from going back to Mexico for this reason, this deep trauma that I just learned, got brainwashed that being Mexican is not good. Then going back to Mexico, where my parents took me out of, is like the worst thing that you could do, right? Go back to like the ghetto in a way. I didn't live in the ghetto. I lived in a small town, but like it's like that was the story that my mind created. So, 6 months ago, while I was living in Andalusia, Spain, and I thought that was gonna be my base home, and it was this gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful white village, kind of like Santorini, Greece, but in Spain. Like this is it. This is my home. I love it. It's beautiful. I serve. There's art classes. The gym is next door. The ocean is next door. Everything is next door. The house was big where I lived. Everything was super affordable. It was perfect. But the last 6 months, I had been getting some signs from the universe, like in January of this year. One of my surf instructors, he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to Mexico, your home country," and he was really excited. And I'm like, "Oh," and I got jealous. Inside of me, I got sad and jealous. Like, "Oh, I want to go to Mexico," but it's like, I don't know, my body didn't allow me to even think deep that I could go to Mexico, right? Like, that's the past. And then, yeah, just the word Mexico kept popping up throughout the last 6 months. It's like, "Oh, have you been to this village of Mexico? They surf really well there." So another surf instructor, he said, "I have a gift from you, a gift from you because you're from Mexico." And like in May, which is like 1 month before I decided to come here, he gave me a sticker. He's like, "Oh, I brought this for you. This is Puerto Escondido sticker. Puerto Punta. I live in La Punta." So literally, this was the most physical hard sign from the universe that you need to fucking go here. You need to go here. Literally, this is where I am. Like the location of this place is Punta Puerto Escondido, like the sticker that I received in early May from my surfer instructor. So super obvious signs. It's like you need to go there. So when my lease ended for my house in Andalusia, which ended at the end of May, I had this emotional breakdown with another person, and that was like my last straw. I'm like, I need to get out of Europe. I'm going to Mexico, and I felt like Mexico was like, I'm going to like the dark hole. It's like, oh, and then everything started to literally, I became this magnet for miracles. Like people wanted to meet me, things started to come to me. Everything just happened like that, like that. When I bought the ticket to come here, and when I rented this tree house, everything just aligned so easily. My energy just quadrupled, or if not intensified 10 times. And yeah, and I've been here for more than for 3 weeks, and I never felt more aligned, more at peace, more belonging, more me than me being in my hometown, Mexico. And that's why I moved here. Long story short, this is why I'm here. I know it's pretty personal, but I cannot be anything else but real, personal, authentic, especially in my YouTube channel. It took me a while to share this because it's very deep and I needed to do some healing. And of course, just coming here woke up other shadows that I needed to work through. But because I'm in this magical land, this magic of gold, which is the total opposite of what I was taught, right? In USA, Mexico's shit, Mexico's dangerous, Mexico sucks, Mexican people, like this messed up information. It's not true. And this is what kept me from not coming back, really. Now, it's like I've been missing out on so much. I haven't, because I've been in the most beautiful place in the world, but it's like my energy becomes alive. My energy multiplies exponentially. I am my highest and truest self here. I do not stand out. I do not am different. I don't have to fit in. I don't have to pretend to be white. I don't have to pretend to speak white. I am myself here. We are the norm. My skin color, the way I speak is the norm. And this has been the most um, courageous, bravest thing I've ever done in my life. Really. Even leaving my family, coming to Europe, it's not as brave as me coming here, coming back to where my parents took me out of, right? So, and it's still like sinking in. Like even though I've been here for 3 weeks, it's still sinking in. It's like, wow, this is where I really get to live. This is where I get to call my home, the place where I always wanted to come back to since the age of 10. And I live next to the ocean. So it's like literally second line. So 2-minute walk from the waves. So yesterday I surfed. I'm gonna surf again tomorrow. So easy to make friends here versus Europe. Europe is almost impossible, like almost impossible to make friends. People are so close-minded in Europe. Of course, they have their pros and cons. So I'm just talking about the cons. Is, I mean, unless, or maybe the universe didn't want me to make friends there, so I could come here, which is my true home, right? I don't know, but I've talked to a lot of people in Europe and also people who are even Europeans. They say it's hard to make friends. Like people, they just stay with their own family, with their own blood, with their own people that they've known forever. Like it's really hard for them to just open up to immigrants. But it doesn't matter because now I'm here and I met with so many people. I've connected with so many girls already in only 3 fucking weeks. Since the first week, I've been hanging out, doing fun stuff, done salsa, went surfing, went to a full moon ceremony. Just drank not coffee because I don't drink coffee, but drank juice to meet some other girls. You know, it's like this is my place. This is where I belong. This is where I shine. This is where this is where my home, my heart's home is safe and authentic and true, and where I can really be myself. And everyone is telling me like you're gonna do big things here. And I know because I can feel it, but I'm still, in the process of just settling down, accepting that this is my new reality, and also going with the flow. Whatever happens, happens. Maybe this is not my base home. Maybe it is. I'm really just going with the flow of the universe. But I'm very happy here. And I never flowed so well in my life so fast until I got to Mexico, until I made the decision I was coming here. Like manifestation is fast. Manifestation flows. Manifestation comes to me. Things come to me. I don't have to do so much internal work because I'm in the right environment. But that being said, I'm gonna be more consistent here, guys. And I'm really living my highest ultimate dream life. Really. Like before I was living my dream life. I never thought my life could get better. Never. And I'm here living in a freaking treehouse. Oh, don't you love it? And the third biggest waves in the world are here. So the pros come here. There's competitions happen here. People all over the world come here to surf. There's this beautiful street that's super alive, where people go with their beautiful bicycles, surf. The vibe is super, very cool. People are into health, spirituality. There's a lot of healthy restaurants, healthy places, a lot of yoga, a lot of Reiki, a lot of breath work. It's very my vibe. And literally, I was asking the universe one thing. I'm like, I just want to go to a CrossFit gym. Like I'm going to a normal gym, which is close by. It's good, but I'm like, oh, I just wish, there was a CrossFit gym so I could be with people who kind of lift, not kind of lift, but they kind of do the sport that I do. Literally, I'm not kidding. A gym that's closer to my house, has a cooler vibe, and it's a new CrossFit gym that is opening in July. Like in 2 weeks, it's opening right here. Guys, you can manifest anything. It's all a matter of what's inside of you, what you're blocking yourself, what you're stopping yourself from wanting and from following through. Like, are you following through your fears, or are you following through your excitement, your happiness? Right? I didn't follow through coming to Mexico. Even when I left USA, I chose Europe instead of Mexico because I had all these traumas. So what do you need to heal now that will allow you to fully go after your dreams, your highest dreams? It's never too late. Okay, guys. Well, I just finished my amazing session with my beautiful, powerful goddess client, Zarmeen. I hope you're watching this. Hi, because I was so energized by our session, I decided to do this for you guys because I want to share other things with you guys. Like magic is happening around me, to me, all the time here, like in so many ways, and I want to share it all. But first, I need to share why I moved to Mexico, and this is the truth. This is my highest truth. Of course, there's little details, but this is really what happened. The universe was like, you need to go. Give me a kick in the butt because I wasn't listening. Will I ever go back to Spain? I don't know. I'm really just in the flow. Like I'm trying to not, how do you say, project my future, even though we are the creator. I'm also allowing the universe to lead me because I don't know what's best for me sometimes. Like I thought it was thought it was Spain. See, but I was wrong. Sometimes, well, a lot of times you need to let the universe guide you and have faith that it will take you to the best places and that you don't know more than the universe, if the universe knows more than you, and that you trust the universe. This is super high manifestation, I don't know, consciousness. That you're safe. You're safe trusting the universe. You're safe being led by the universe. And I even tell the universe, lead me to my dream house. Lead me to my dream home. Lead me to wherever you think I'm gonna be the happiest. Lead me there to my height. That's where I'm gonna grow the most, where I'm gonna expand the most, where I'm gonna be the happiest, my most authentic self, and where I'm going to manifest my soul's most wildest dreams. And here I am. Okay, guys, well, I'm gonna go to the gym now, because later on after the gym, I'm gonna go to this circle, like ritual circle, to call in the rain. It's a shamanic, native, indigenous thing that a girl that I connected with, her name is Angela, but she goes by the nickname Cosmic Grandma. So magical. So I'm gonna do that, which is, I can't believe I'm doing all this stuff. And then this weekend I'm gonna surf, and I'm gonna create, and I'm gonna do art, and I'm gonna maybe upload another video. We'll see what I feel called to do. But yeah, I'm very excited to share more of my highest and magical dream life. Okay, guys. Well, I'll see you in the next video, and I only wish for you to live your most authentic and realist and highest self and your dream life. Until next time. Bye-bye.